Here we're looking at GLD, and we do see it still holding pretty much a very aggressive type of line. Now, with the exception of this kind of gap up, a lot of times that shooting star type of scenario, you start to see it's still a bearish situation because it's gasping, and then you see like kind of like exhausting out a little bit. Then you see this kind of move, a gap down, exhaustion gap. It looks like it hits our target of 110, and then just starts to rally back, but it's still honoring this trend line. And so, a lot of times people get caught up in the trend line, always has to be the high. Just, you've got to just, if it makes sense and it looks, you know, that it's holding those lines, it's important to kind of draw them, where you feel that, there's, it makes sense and that it's really being guided by that. You could see this very, very strong trend line here. So unless we really break through that, you have to still be a little bearish here, or at least you would anticipate maybe a test here. But this could have been a reversal bar here, because we did see a new low, or very close to a new low. And I'm sorry, yeah, we didn't see a new low, but because this was at 109.77 around, but we came very, very close. And so now you see this bouncing back, but you have to anticipate maybe we do see this come back for a little bit as time's trying to kind of come around. But I think we're starting to really see this come out of the woodwork. I really felt that this was going to be, around the time frame that we would see the longer term start to come around. So I think we're going to start to see gold and silver really start to improve over the next couple months here. But again, it's still very vulnerable to retest because we're very close to these lows, and we have to anticipate the retest there. When you look at it in the longer term, it's been running sideways here, and it's had a tough time. So until you really, you want to make sure you don't get a break of this, and if it's going to start to break back up to the other range of the channel, you want to make sure that that's you're buying on a nice break and at a pullback, and then start to know, hey, at least I got a potential move maybe to 116 or so. But if it starts to break out of this, could be a kind of a double bottom formation that we could be seeing form, and that's not out of the question here, because we've been seeing momentum for a long time here. We know that this has got to be like a three wave here. This is kind of a four, and this is what's concerning me, for me. A lot of times you could be seeing, hey, that truncated fifth, and that's where you get your double tops from. But a lot of times you see the new low created most of the time, so you want to just be careful about that and watch here until it's made a commitment.